Chapters 1 through 5 of the Book of Ezra. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Mark Penfold. The Book of Ezra, from the Young's Literal Translation of the Bible. Translated by Robert Young. Chapter 1. And in the first year of Cyrus king of Persia, at the completion of the word of Jehovah from the mouth of Jeremiah, hath Jehovah waked up the spirit of Cyrus king of Persia, and he causeth an intimation to pass over into all his kingdom, and also in writing, saying, Thus said Cyrus king of Persia, All kingdoms of the earth hath Jehovah, God of the heavens, given to me, and he hath laid a charge on me to build to him a house in Jerusalem, that is in Judah. Who is among you of all his people? His God is with him, and he doth go up to Jerusalem, that is in Judah, and build the house of Jehovah, God of Israel. He is God, that is in Jerusalem. And every one who is left, of any of the places where he is a sojourner, assist him do the men of his place with silver, and with gold, and with goods, and with beasts, along with a freewill offering for the house of God that is in Jerusalem. And heads of the fathers of Judah and Benjamin rise, and the priests and the Levites, even every one whose spirit God hath waked, to go up to build the house of Jehovah that is in Jerusalem. And all those round about them have strengthened them with their hands, with vessels of silver, with gold, with goods, and with beasts, and with precious things, apart from all that hath been offered willingly. And the king Cyrus hath brought out the vessels of the house of Jehovah that Nebuchadnezzar hath brought out of Jerusalem, and putteth them in the house of his gods. Yea, Cyrus king of Persia bringeth them out by the hand of Mithredath the treasurer, and numbereth them to Sheshbazzar the prince of Judah. And this is their number: dishes of gold 30, dishes of silver 1,000, knives 29, basins of gold 30, basins of silver, seconds, 410, other vessels 1,000. All the vessels of gold and of silver are 5,400. The whole hath Sheshbazzar brought up with the going up of the removal from Babylon to Jerusalem. Chapter 2. And these are sons of the province who are going up, of the captives of the removal that Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon removed to Babylon, and they turned back to Jerusalem and Judah, each to his city, who have come in with Zerubbabel, Jeshua, Nehemiah, Seraiah, Realiah, Mordecai, Bilshan, Mispar, Bigvai, Rehum, Baanah, the number of the men of the people of Israel. Sons of Parosh, 2,172. Sons of Shephatiah, 372. Sons of Arah, 775. Sons of Pahath Moab, of the sons of Jeshua, Joab, 2,812. Sons of Elam, 1,254. Sons of Zatu, 945. Sons of Zakai, 760. Sons of Bani, 642. Sons of Bebai, 623. Sons of Azgad, 1,222. Sons of Adonikam, 666. Sons of Bigvai, 2,056. Sons of Adin, 454. Sons of Ater of Hezekiah, 98. Sons of Bezai, 323. Sons of Jorah, 112. Sons of Hashum, 223. Sons of Gibar, 95. Sons of Bethlehem, 123. Men of Netophah, 56. Men of Anathoth, 128. Sons of Azmaveth, 42. Sons of Kirjath-arim, Shephirah, and Beeroth, 743. Sons of Ramah and Gaba, 621. Men of Michmas, 122. Men of Bethel and Ai, 223. Sons of Nebo, 50. Sons of Magbish, 156. Sons of another Elam, 1,254. Sons of Harim, 320. Sons of Lod, Hadid, and Ono, 725. Sons of Jericho, 345. Sons of Sanaah, 3,630. The priests. Sons of Jedaiah, of the house of Jeshua, 973. Sons of Imner, 1,052. Sons of Pashur, 1,247. Sons of Harim, 1,017. The Levites. Sons of Jeshua and Kadmiel, of the sons of Hodaviah, 74. The singers, sons of Asaph, 128. Sons of the gatekeepers. Sons of Shallum. Sons of Ater. Sons of Talmon. Sons of Akub. Sons of Hatita. Sons of Shobai. The whole are 139. The Nethinim. Sons of Ziha. Sons of Hasupha. Sons of Tabaoth. Sons of Keros. Sons of Sieha. Sons of Padon. Sons of Labana. Sons of Hagaba. Sons of Akub. Sons of Hagab. Sons of Shalmai. Sons of Hanan. Sons of Gidel. Sons of Gahar. Sons of Reaiah. Sons of Rezin. Sons of Nakoda. Sons of Gazam. Sons of Uzzah. Sons of Paseah. Sons of Besai. Sons of Asna. Sons of Mehunim. Sons of Nephusim. Sons of Bakbuk. Sons of Hakupha. Sons of Harhur. Sons of Bazluth. Sons of Mehida. Sons of Harsha. Sons of Barkos. Sons of Sisera. Sons of Thamah. Sons of Neziah. Sons of Hatipha. Sons of the servants of Solomon. Sons of Sotai. Sons of Sophereth. Sons of Peruda. Sons of Jaalah. Sons of Darkon. Sons of Gidel. Sons of Shephatiah. Sons of Hatil. Sons of Pokereth of Zebaim. Sons of Ammi. All the Nethinim and the sons of the servants of Solomon are 392. And these are those going up from Tel Melah, Tel Harsa, Cherub, Adan, Imner, and they have not been able to declare the house of their fathers and their seed, whether they are of Israel. Sons of Delaiah, sons of Tobiah, sons of Nekoda, 652. And of the sons of the priests, sons of Habaiah, sons of Koz, sons of Barzillai, who took from the daughters of Barzillai the Gileadite a wife, and is called by their name. These have sought their register among those reckoning themselves by genealogy, and they have not been found, and they are redeemed from the priesthood. And the Tirshatha saith to them, that they eat not of the most holy things till the standing up of a priest with Urim and with Thummim. All the assembly together is 4,260,360, apart from their servants and their handmaids. These are 7,337. And of them are singers and songstresses 200. Their horses are 736, their mules 245, their camels 435, asses 6,720. And some of the heads of the fathers, in their coming into the house of Jehovah that is in Jerusalem, have offered willingly for the house of God, to establish it on its base. According to their power they have given to the treasure of the work. Of gold, drams 6 myriads and 1,000, and of silver, pounds 5,000, and of priests' coats 100. And the priests dwell, and the Levites, and of the people, and the singers, and the gatekeepers, and the Nethinim, in their cities, even all Israel in their cities. Chapter 3. And the 7th month cometh, and the sons of Israel are in the cities, and the people are gathered, as one man, unto Jerusalem. And rise doth Jeshua son of Jozadak and his brethren the priests, and Zerubbabel son of Shealtiel and his brethren, and they build the altar of the God of Israel, to cause to ascend upon it burnt offerings, as it is written in the law of Moses the man of God. And they establish the altar on its bases, because of the fear upon them of the peoples of the lands. And he causeth burnt offerings to ascend upon it to Jehovah, burnt offerings for the morning and for the evening. And they make the feast of the booths, as it is written, and the burnt offering of the day daily in number according to the ordinance, the matter of a day in its day. And after this a continual burnt offering, and for new moons, and for all appointed seasons of Jehovah that are sanctified, and for every one who is willingly offering a willing offering to Jehovah. From the first day of the 7th month they have begun to cause burnt offerings to ascend to Jehovah, and the temple of Jehovah hath not been founded. And they give money to hewers and to artificers, and food and drink and oil to Zidonians and to Tyrians, to bring in cedar trees from Lebanon unto the sea of Joppa, according to the permission of Cyrus king of Persia concerning them. And in the 2nd year of their coming in unto the house of God, to Jerusalem, in the 2nd month, began Zerubbabel son of Shealtiel, and Jeshua son of Jozadak, and the remnant of their brethren the priests and the Levites, and all those coming from the captivity to Jerusalem. And they appoint the Levites from a son of 20 years and upward to overlook the work of the house of Jehovah. And Jeshua standeth, and his sons, and his brethren, Kadmiel and his sons of Judah together, to overlook those doing the work in the house of God, the sons of Henadad, and their sons and their brethren the Levites. And those building have founded the temple of Jehovah, and they appoint the priests, clothed with trumpets, and the Levites, sons of Asaph, with cymbals, to praise Jehovah, by means of the instruments of David king of Israel. And they respond in praising and in giving thanks to Jehovah for good, for to the age his kindness is over Israel. And all the people have shouted, a great shout, in giving praise to Jehovah, because the house of Jehovah hath been founded. And many of the priests, and the Levites, and the heads of the fathers, the aged men who had seen the first house, in this house being founded before their eyes, are weeping with a loud voice, and many with a shout in joy, lifting up the voice. And the people are not discerning the noise of the shout of joy from the noise of the weeping of the people, for the people are shouting, a great shout, and the noise hath been heard unto a distance. Chapter 4. And adversaries of Judah and Benjamin hear that the sons of the captivity are building a temple to Jehovah, God of Israel. And they draw nigh unto Zerubbabel and unto heads of the fathers, and say to them, Let us build with you. For like you, we seek to your God, and we are not sacrificing since the days of Esarhaddon king of Ashur, who brought us up hither. And Zerubbabel saith to them, also Jeshua, and the rest of the heads of the fathers of Israel, Not for you and for us to build a house to our God, but we ourselves together do build to Jehovah God of Israel, as the king Cyrus, king of Persia, commanded us. And it cometh to pass, the people of the land are making the hands of the people of Judah feeble, and troubling them in building, and are hiring against them counselors to make void their counsel all the days of Cyrus, king of Persia, even till the reign of Darius, king of Persia. And in the reign of Ahasuerus, in the commencement of his reign, they have written an accusation against the inhabitants of Judah and Jerusalem. And in the days of Artaxerxes have Bishlam, Mithredath, Tabiel, and the rest of his companions written unto Artaxerxes king of Persia. And the writing of the letter is written in Aramean, and interpreted in Aramean. Rehum counselor, and Shimshai scribe, have written a letter concerning Jerusalem to Artaxerxes the king, thus. Then Rehum counselor, and Shimshai scribe, and the rest of their companions, Dinaites, and Apharsachchites, Tarpalites, Apharsites, Archavites, Babylonians, Susanchites, who are Elamites, and the rest of the nations that the great and honorable Osnappar removed and set in the city of Samaria, and the rest beyond the river, and at such a time. This is a copy of a letter that they have sent unto him, unto Artaxerxes the king. Thy servants, men beyond the river, and at such a time. Be it known to the king, that the Jews who have come up from thee unto us have come into Jerusalem, the rebellious and base city they are building, and the walls they have finished, and the foundations they join. Now be it known to the king, that if this city be builded, and the walls finished, toll, tribute, and custom they do not give, and at length to the kings it doth cause loss. Now because that the salt of the palace is our salt, and the nakedness of the king we have no patience to see, therefore we have sent and made known to the king, so that he doth seek in the book of the records of thy fathers, and thou dost find in the book of the records, and dost know, that this city is a rebellious city, and causing loss to kings and provinces, and makers of sedition are in its midst from the days of old. Therefore hath this city been wasted. We are making known to the king, that if this city be builded, and the walls finished, by this means a portion beyond the river thou hast none. An answer hath the king sent unto Rehum counselor, and Shimshai scribe, and the rest of their companions who are dwelling in Samaria, and the rest beyond the river. Peace, and at such a time. The letter that ye sent unto us, explained, hath been read before me, and by me a decree hath been made, and they sought, and have found that this city from the days of old against kings is lifting up itself, and rebellion and sedition is made in it. And mighty kings have been over Jerusalem, even rulers over all beyond the river, and toll, tribute, and custom is given to them. Now make ye a decree to cause these men to cease, and this city is not builded till by me a decree is made. And beware ye of negligence in doing this. Why doth the hurt become great to the loss of the kings? Then from the time that a copy of the letter of King Artaxerxes is read before Rehum, and Shimshai the scribe, and their companions, they have gone in haste to Jerusalem unto the Jews, and caused them to cease by force and strength. Then ceased the service of the house of God that is in Jerusalem, and it ceased till the 2nd year of the reign of Darius, king of Persia. Chapter 5. And prophesied have the prophets, Haggai the prophet, and Zechariah son of Iddo, unto the Jews who are in Judea and in Jerusalem, in the name of the God of Israel, unto them. Then have Zerubbabel son of Shealtiel, and Jeshua son of Jozadak risen, and begun to build the house of God that is in Jerusalem, and with them are the prophets of God supporting them. At that time come to them hath Tatnai, governor beyond the river, and Shethar-boznai, and their companions, and thus they are saying to them, Who hath made for you a decree this house to build, and this wall to finish? Then thus we have said to them, What are the names of the men who are building this building? And the eye of their God hath been upon the elders of the Jews, and they have not caused them to cease till the matter goeth to Darius. And then they send back a letter concerning this thing. The copy of a letter that Tatnai, governor beyond the river, hath sent, and Shethar-boznai and his companions, the Apharsachites who are beyond the river, unto Darius the king. A letter they have sent unto him, and thus is it written in it. To Darius the king, all peace. Be it known to the king that we have gone to the province of Judah, to the great house of God, and it is built with rolled stones, and wood is placed in the walls, and this work is done speedily, and prospering in their hand. Then we have asked of these elders, thus we have said to them, Who hath made for you a decree this house to build, and this wall to finish? And also their names we have asked of them, to let thee know, that we might write the names of the men who are at their head. And thus they have returned us word, saying, We are servants of the God of heaven and earth, and are building the house that was built many years before this, that a great king of Israel built and finished. But after that our fathers made the God of heaven angry. He gave them into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon the Chaldean. And this house he destroyed, and the people he removed to Babylon. But in the 1st year of Cyrus king of Babylon, Cyrus the king made a decree to build this house of God, and also the vessels of the house of God, of gold and silver, that Nebuchadnezzar had taken forth out of the temple that is in Jerusalem, and brought them to the temple of Babylon. Them hath Cyrus the king brought forth out of the temple of Babylon, and they have been given to one, Sheshbazzar is his name, whom he made governor, and said to him, These vessels lift up, go, put them down in the temple that is in Jerusalem, and the house of God is builded on its place. Then hath this Sheshbazzar come. He hath laid the foundations of the house of God that is in Jerusalem, and from thence even till now it hath been building, and is not finished. And now, if to the king it be good, let search be made in the treasure house of the king that is there in Babylon, whether it be that of Cyrus the king there was made a decree to build this house of God in Jerusalem, and the will of the king concerning this thing he doth send unto us. The end of chapters 1 through 5. Recording by Mark Penfold.